Ah, traveler, it's always good to see you. I have a tale, if you have time to listen.
Rodney's first victory doesn't feel heroic. It feels like the world noticed he survived and decided not to look away. The forest felt wrong, not quiet, expectant. The air hung thick with rot and damp moss, pressing against Rodney's lungs as though the world itself had paused to watch his next mistake. Somewhere water dripped. Somewhere else, something breathed that shouldn't have been breathing at all. Vera rose to her full height beside him, brushing dirt and leaves from her robes with the brittle dignity of someone who had already lost patience, but was too divine to admit it. She squared her shoulders, straightened the glowing trim, pulled her hair back into something resembling order. Then she pointed at him. "Do not wander, do not speak, do not touch anything," she snapped, each word landing like a sacred decree. "This realm reacts to foolishness, and Rodney Hunter, you are a walking catalyst." Rodney swallowed. His mouth felt cotton dry. "Is that bad?" A low, hollow moan drifted through the decaying trees behind him. Vera didn't turn. She just closed her eyes and breathed through her nose, slow and controlled, like a teacher resisting the urge to throw a chair across the room. "Well," she said flatly, "it appears your mere existence is triggering early spawns. Wonderful." Rodney rotated inch by inch. "T-trigger? What?" "You were supposed to arrive alone," she said. "Maidenless, helpless, pathetic. This realm calibrates difficulty based on soul presence. But now," she gestured sharply at herself, "it believes you have a companion. That's good, right?" Her glare could have collapsed a star. "Monsters now perceive you as," she paused, choosing the word with surgical cruelty, "more delicious." Something stumbled between the crooked trees. A gaunt, rotting figure dragged one leg through the underbrush, grey-green skin stretched tight over jutting bone. One eye glowed faintly. The other dangled uselessly, swinging as it moved. Its jaw worked slowly, wet and uneven, like it was remembering how chewing used to function. Rodney took a step back, then another. "Wait, what is that?" "Your first enemy," Vera said calmly. "If you cannot kill it, you will die." Rodney laughed, a sharp, disbelieving sound that broke immediately. "What? I don't even have—" Light exploded around him. When it faded, Rodney looked down. Tattered loincloth, bare feet pressing into cold, wet soil. A splintering wooden club clutched in his hands. He stared at himself, then up at her, then back at the club. "What the actual hell?" "You selected this equipment yourself," Vera said primly. "When?" "Your habits, your preferences, your history." She shuddered. It was obvious. Rodney lifted the club like it was personally insulting him. "This is literally the hard mode starter kit. This is the I hate myself loadout." "Yes," she said sweetly. "It suits you." The zombie lurched closer. Rodney screamed. The sound tore out of him before he could stop it, raw, ugly, terrified. He raised the club with both hands, shaking so badly it rattled. The creature lunged. Rodney swung wildly. The club struck its shoulder with a wet thwack and rebounded hard, spinning Rodney in a half-circle. He staggered, barely keeping his feet. "Oh dear stars," Vera sighed. "This is going to be embarrassing." The zombie lunged again. Rodney yelped, ducked, and swung in blind panic. The club smashed into its dangling eye by pure accident. "Holy! That was an accident!" The zombie shrieked, enraged, and slammed into him. Rodney hit the ground hard, breath exploding out of his lungs. Something sharp scraped across his forearm. Pain bloomed hot and immediate. "Why is this so real?" he screamed into the dirt. "Death is very motivating," Vera replied. The creature loomed over him, rot-thick saliva dripping onto his face. He could smell it now. Sour meat, damp soil, something chemical and wrong. This was it. Something inside him snapped. Not courage, not skill, survival. His hand flailed blindly and closed around the fallen club buried in the moss. He screamed again, not words, just sound, and brought it down in a desperate overhead smash. Crack! The skull split. The body collapsed like a puppet with its strings cut. Rodney lay there gasping, staring at the broken corpse inches from his face. Steam rose faintly from the shattered bone. Then warmth rose from it. A soft spiral of energy slid into him, curling along his spine, flooding his chest, like inhaling after nearly drowning. Rodney jerked upright, scrambling backward. What was that? Your first soul, Vera said. Her voice carried a note that might have been pride or disgust. Rodney stared at his hands. They were slick with blood. Did I actually win? She studied him, expression strained. Disappointingly, yes. Rodney laughed once, sharp, hysterical. How is that disappointing? If you died during the tutorial, she said, you would have become a soulless zombie. Then I could leave. You'd leave me? Immediately. Rodney wiped blood across his cheek. Wow, genuinely comforting. The corpse twitched. Rodney screamed and jumped behind Vera like she was a divine riot shield. Oh, calm down, she groaned, flicking 2 fingers at the corpse. Residual necrotic discharge. It is quite dead. Rodney peeked over her shoulder. So, what now? Now, Vera said, I leave you. You've proven you are not entirely hopeless. A surprise to us both. Rodney blinked. What the hell you mean leave? There are conditions, she said, tone brightening into fake professionalism. I can appear wherever holy light shines. Lanterns like that one. She pointed to a rusted post behind them, faintly glowing green. Offer me connection. Rodney stared. Wait, so I can call you? Yes. Her eyes narrowed. But only in holy places, and only if you do not call me for trivial mortal complaints. Like being attacked? Correct. Her form flickered. Now then, walk west until you see the beacon light. I will be there. Hey, don't! She vanished. No flash, no sound, no farewell. Just gone. Rodney stood alone in the cold clearing, fog curling around gravestones that hadn't been there before. Silence rushed in like a tide. He spun slowly in a circle. Veria, Vegas, Veronica, Nothing. Well, Rodney muttered, gripping his club tighter. I guess it's just me and the undead hellscape. Neat. Love that for me. A distant groan echoed. Rodney flinched so hard the club smacked his shin. Ow, God damn it. Okay. Calm. Breathe. One step at a time. Literally. He glanced once more at the corpse. He didn't feel proud. He didn't feel strong. He felt alive. Panicked. Shaking. Entirely unsure of himself. But alive. Rodney swallowed and turned toward the forest path. The fog swallowed him within 5 paces. Okay, he whispered. Let's survive this tutorial. First goal, don't die. Second goal, don't die in a stupid way. Third, a twig snapped nearby. Rodney froze. Third goal is probably also just not dying. He forced 1 foot forward, then another. Somewhere ahead, a beacon light flickered. Somewhere behind him, something groaned louder. Rodney tightened his grip, and walked. An old iron gate loomed ahead, broken and swaying in the dead wind. And for the first time in his life, every step mattered. Next time, Rodney pushes past the gate and into a place where the dead don't stay down. One kill becomes two become a lesson, and lessons here are paid for in blood. The graveyard watches, the zombies learn, and when Rodney finally stumbles, something bigger answers. The world reminds him what prey looks like.
Wasn't that interesting? Now don't forget to subscribe for more.
And ring the bell for your server.